What is up, guys? How we doing? Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. I know this week has been kind of an emotional roller coaster. I've been all over the place. One video is super slow and sad. One video is manic. One video is me fine. And I know that's a lot, but I appreciate you being here. It's just been a rough month, and I'm getting through it, working through it, and I appreciate your patience. I appreciate you being here. And I know that some of these videos aren't easy to watch, especially the 40-minute ones where I just fucking ramble, but I appreciate you watching. I've been overthinking my shit too much lately, overthinking what I want to talk about. Came out with what I thought would be a fun idea yesterday, and the video turned out to be shit. I might delete it. Like, the sound quality jumps. The grainy ass footage from my iPhone camera is horrible, and the stories really weren't that fascinating. And it sucks because that took me 4 hours, man, and 4 hours to edit together a 20-minute video that I don't even really like. And I like the idea, I like the concept. I think I can toy around with that more, but that's why I don't make videos like that, is I really just don't have time to edit, unless it's a day off. But my day off, I want to spend with her, and, I usually need to clean and have other shit to do. Gotta go grocery shopping, laundromat, dad shit, right? So I've been overthinking what the hell I want to talk about, what the hell I want this channel to be, the views, the numbers, the blah blah, and I just need to go back to doing what I do best, which is just venting, man, just talking about what I'm going through, and stop over fucking thinking it. You guys are here because you support me and are interested in what I'm going through and the outcome, and I appreciate you. And I gotta stop worrying and stop not talking about what I want to talk about. At the end of the day, this is a vent channel. It does suck that I'm limited. I wish I could work on this 8 hours a day, and because I know I would be good at it. I'm a quick learner. I know I could pick editing up, and I know I could make better videos. But unfortunately, it's, especially now that we're in season, like, work is just, it takes up most of my time. Dad takes up most of my time. So it's like I gotta sit down, record for 15 minutes to an hour, and that's it. And I'm only gonna grow so much that way. But I can't get a camera, I can't get a microphone, I can't get another monitor, I can't get the things I need for quite a while. I mean, it'll probably be a year before I'm able to afford those things, because once I get my computer paid off, which I guess was a good investment since I'm here making videos with you, but once I get this paid off, I need to get a washer and dryer, and then I need to make payments on that. Once that's paid off, then I can get a camera, I can get a microphone, and, start kind of leaning more into it. But for right now, this is kind of all I got. Just me, you, and talking. And I recognize where I need to improve, make videos shorter, get in that 8 to 10 minute range, and stop rambling on so damn long. Or if I'm gonna make a long video, make it to where every, sentence has a point, has a purpose for being there, instead of just repeating the same thing over and over. And yeah, I just appreciate you guys more than you'll ever know. And it's been a hard month, but we're getting through it, and I'm glad I'm here to talk about it. I'm glad that I don't know how to word it, but I'm glad that I'm dealing with this pain instead of being the old me and drinking it away, right? So yeah, thought I would talk about work for a second. We're finally in the groove of working noon to 2, 3 to 8. Seems to be successful. We're making about 120 to 130 a day, which is where we need to be. It's still not enough, but it's better than nothing, and it's when you're in that groove, things get easier. And now I can start posting every day, and yeah, we're making decent money. Not great money, but decent money. I actually heard from quite a few customers, because I had a lot of ride shares this last week, actually, that a lot of drivers are talking about quitting. Why you would tell your customer that, I don't know. But yeah, a lot of drivers are talking about quitting or switching over to Uber Eats because of these pay cuts. And I've actually heard from customers that they've had to wait for quite some time for Uber drivers. So exactly what I said in the I'm quitting Uber video came true. Like, customers are waiting longer, drivers are quitting. Dara, you're a dipshit. Like, you fuck over the drivers all day, fine. But the customers are the reason why you have a business. You piss them off, they're just going to switch to Lyft. And that seems like what they're doing. So way to go, Dara. But yeah, I've been doing rideshare because they have this incentive to, if you do 10 rides, you get $150. If you do 15 rides after that, you get 200, which is funny because if you actually do the math on it, that's what we would have made anyway before these pay cuts. So all these drivers are quitting. They're having trouble getting these customers picked up. So now they're having to give us incentives to make sure these customers get picked up, and the incentive is paying us what we were paid before the pay cut. And the trip opportunities being greater because of Trip Radar is a lie. The way Uber works is it goes to the closest person in proximity. So whenever you get an order on Trip Radar, what that does is it goes out to everybody and you push match, and it goes to the closest person in proximity. So you're not getting more orders, you're seeing more. You're essentially seeing what the driver is getting. Because I had one the other day that was a great order, and I clicked on it, match, and it, like, what did it say? It was like searching for if you're the most optimal option, something along those lines. And it's like, well, then why? And then I didn't get it. And it's like, well, then why are you showing it to me anyway then? Why not just give it to the most optimal route? So Trip Radar is just a way of us seeing more orders, but we're not actually getting them. Like, the shit they come up with to, I don't know, we're going to cut your pay, but in exchange, you get more transparency on rides, and you get more trip opportunities, but not actually, because you don't actually get those trips. You push match, and it goes to the person that it was always going to go to initially, the closest person in proximity. So, yeah, good job, Dara. God, man. So, don't want to harp on work too long, and that's the thing that I've been overthinking with videos lately. It's just like, I know people enjoy hearing me talk about my day and venting about my day, but dude, if I were to do that every single day, it would just be the same video every day. It would just be me bitching about work. 1 out of 10 days are good, and it's just not a fascinating job to talk about, Like, I drop food off to people, and I give people rides, So that's the difficult part about venting, is I don't want it to get repetitive, and I don't want to just bitch about Uber every day, when I'm working, I'm going to try to think of, like, actual video ideas that I can do an 8 to 10 minute video on, rant about, talk about, whatever, and stop holding back. I do need to watch my cussing. I do need to watch how abrasive I come off. I recognize that. But that doesn't make the points of my videos any less valid. I just want to throw that out there. Yeah, my daughter's at the phase where, I really need to start watching my mouth. So if you think I'm cussing too much, please let me know. I won't get offended. She is at the age now where she is repeating everything I say. So if I'm starting to go off the rails a little bit and I'm saying fuck too much, let me know. If you see her in the room, like, a lot of times I film when she's asleep or when she's in the other room. But, like, sometimes I film when she's back there eating, and I need to stop cussing so much. So, which I've been trying to do, and I think I've been getting there. But yeah, you know, I just appreciate you guys that have been along for the ride, that are watching me go through this emotional turmoil. And I know the videos need to get better, and that this last week I haven't been posting every day, and I've been overthinking the shit that I'm talking about, and I'm gonna stop doing that. At the end of the day, I need to remember I created this channel to vent. I created this channel to talk about my life, to help people if my words resonate with people, and some of my videos have done that. So stop worrying so damn much about if people are gonna get mad at your video or not, and just fucking talk, dude. Like, just post what you want. And so I need to keep remembering that, instead of like biting my tongue or being scared to talk about this or that, you know. And so yeah, we found our groove with work. I'm gonna get back to posting every day on videos. I recognize that my videos need to get shorter. I need to make more cuts, which I've yet to do in this video. And yeah, you know, I recognize where I need to improve. It just sucks that my ceiling right now is, you know, just this. Maybe on my weekends I can make a longer version, a longer video, spend more time, goddamn, editing the video, and make something like yesterday, because I don't think yesterday's video idea was bad. I just think the video quality was bad. And unfortunately, I didn't really find that interesting of posts. So, yeah, I might delete it. I'm sure there's a way to make the volumes equal. I just got to look into it. And because you can detach the audio, so there's got to be a way to lower it and make them equal so it doesn't jump like that. But my God, this camera that everybody raves about, look at that footage. Like $1,200. $1,200, Apple. That's what I need to do a video on. Cussing out Apple and their products, dude. $2,000 for a computer you can't plug a flash drive up to. But I just want you guys to know, you know, your support means the world. You've helped me get through this year. I can't reiterate that enough. And you're helping me get through this month by just listening. And I know it's been hard to watch me go from one emotional spectrum to the other in these videos and whatnot, but we're getting through it. We're getting back on it. And I love you guys. And you know, yeah, let's kick some ass, and I'm gonna stop worrying so damn much, and I'm just gonna go back to filming like I used to, and try to improve on the areas that I mentioned, and yeah, try to actually think of video topics instead of me just sitting down saying nothing of substance, you know. But wanted to give you an update on work, wanted to give you an update on my mental space, and tell you I love you and appreciate you for watching. Your guys' engagement and likes and kind words, man, you know, they mean so much. They really do. Like, I know people say that sometimes, and they just say it to say it, but like, to me, the fact that a total stranger is willing to comment on my video, I hope you get better soon. I'm sharing this. I hope your channel blows up. Like, you're strong. The fact that a complete stranger is willing to say that to me, not only do I appreciate the words so much, but I appreciate that you're giving me a different outlook on people, I suppose, you know? Because, I don't know, I still do think that a lot of people are narcissistic assholes and selfish, but I tend to think that the world's more negative than positive, and you guys help show me that that's not really the case. The world is more negative than positive if you choose to only focus on the negative, and that's what I do. And every day I'm trying to improve that, and you guys help with that. So y'all mean a lot to me. And there's some comments that I've gotten on this journey that I think about every day, every time I'm posting, hoping that that person's still watching, but understand if they're not, you know? I've had a lot of people come and go because I can only be so fascinating, you know? Like, But just to those of you out there, that are in the same situation I am, that are busting your ass, that are parents, that are tired, that are, going through it. It means a lot that I can be a beacon for hope for somebody and relate to someone and let them know that they're not alone. And not to get all mushy, but yeah. Oh, and I watched The Wild Robot last night. And it almost made me cry. Not meaning to be a bitch, but it almost got me, okay? I didn't know anything about it except that it was, got an Academy Award, and like I thought the premise sounded so cheesy, and it is cheesy at times. But god damn, it is a very good movie. I highly suggest you watch it. If you got kids and haven't seen it, it's on Peacock. Really good. Like, I wanted to hate it. I wanted to go like these 98%. Pff, yeah, okay. It is a really good movie. It is really emotional. It's just, especially if you're a parent, like, dude. Yeah, it got me. It got me, dude. It was a really good movie. One that I definitely makes the playlist of I'm okay with watching it all day, every day for my daughter. And yeah, I'm not going to do a movie review on it. I am going to do a review on the Righteous Gemstones whenever the season's done. I don't know if you've watched that, but that's on HBO. If you like Eastbound and Down, Vice Principals, it's the same writers, Danny McBride and David Gordon Green, and a lot of the same actors. What the actor's name in Vice Principals that plays the friend of Danny McBride, that he was the bad guy in Django Unchained. He's a phenomenal actor. And Eastbound and Down, Vice Principals, and The Righteous Gemstones are three of the funniest shows I've ever seen. And The Righteous Gemstones is actually really, really good. And I don't see any movie reviewers talking about it. Like, I wasn't expecting there to be a fourth season. Hasn't been, well, I'll save my opinions about it for later, but like, it's a really good show that I don't see anybody talking about. So The Righteous Gemstones, HBO. If you like Danny McBride, you like crude humor, it's a really good show. And Eastbound and Down, while it may be a little outdated, I still think is hilarious. Vice Principals is hilarious, and yeah. So I'm gonna do a Righteous Gemstone review whenever season 4 drops, because it is the last season, and talk about the show overall. But out of the three, Eastbound and Down is probably my favorite, but The Righteous Gemstones it's growing because it's a dark comedy about a very, very wealthy I just brain farted so hard. A very, very wealthy preacher family. Like, they got, like fucking NBA stadiums, that's their church, and they're really rich and really snobby, and but each season is basically a different bad guy that's like after them for some reason, and it's really good combination. Really good writing. Danny McBride, like, if you like vulgar, crude humor, it's a good show. Yeah, on HBO, all of them are. And Eastbound and Down, I'm sure you've seen. I mean, everybody's talked about that one. But Vice Principals is a little gem that I don't see a lot of people talking about. Anyway, I'm rambling on that too long. I just wanted to say I love you. I love you. We're doing all right. We're pushing through it. Found our work groove. And, yeah, I look forward to posting tomorrow and seeing you again. Bye.